Boy, oh boy, what do we have here? Let's find out. Is it, oh, wait, let's read the notice first. Keep the knife away from children. Keep the knife closed if you do not use it. Always keep the knife dry and clean. Made in China. Okay, it's a Kubey. I've been waiting for this one for a while, man. Can't wait to get my hands on this one. Damn, I need to open it somehow. Oh, I could probably use a knife. Let's use, all right, I grabbed it, the Kaiser Huntsman. Now, why would I want to open this Kubey with a Kaiser Huntsman? Well, because they were designed by the same guy. This is a James Lowe design, this Kaiser Huntsman, and this new Kubey is also a James Lowe design. Let's get this guy open and we'll see what the hell I'm talking about. Designers working for two different knife companies? That's insane! I don't think it's that insane. I think it's pretty normal, pretty typical. Pretty nice box. Does it come with a cool case? Man, I love it when they come with a cool case. Come on. Come on. Is it taped? It doesn't seem to be taped. It's just like a friction welded or something. To poke a hole in the top of the box, let the vacuum seal out. Ooh. Wow, I didn't realize I had grabbed the like stone washed, dark washed one. I did not know. Okay, 14C 28N. We got the Kubey. It's kind of a different Kubey logo than I'm not used to. Wow, really nice frag. Look at that frag. Good job, James Lowe, on designing some pretty sweet frag. I needed another frag knife. I don't have enough, you know. It comes with a little Barbie blanket. Nice little, let's see, congratulations. Kubey knife. Doesn't really say exactly what one. Model KU 260. Shit, I'm trying to remember the name of this guy. This is the, oh, then I put the damn name right on the box. So stupid. This one is called the James Lowe Sylow. And I think it's his second one with Kubey. Wow, that's nice. Boy, that lock access is killer. It's really nice. What was the other one called? It came in Frag too, the other one. A little Tanto deal with kind of a straight blade. Shit. This is a Sylow. The other one was something low. Interflow. Interflow? I think that's right. I'll look it up and double check. I think it's called the Interflow. We'll put that up there too. So he's had two designs. Oh, look at that. They got like a little thingamajigger under the pocket clip so it doesn't scratch up the body before you get to scratch up the body. It does almost looks like it has a couple scratches on it, but I think that's just the stone washing kind of process they do. Boy, it's a really nice finish. Very, very dark gray. I don't know if that's anodized or not, or it's just some kind of bead blasting. I think maybe it is anodized. Not sure. Really nice though. And then the blade is sort of a dark stone washy type thing too. Now see, the moment I bought this, basically I had planned from the start to do a little blade trim on it because I love pretty much everything about it, except I don't really love these rhino horn type blades. Let me find a pencil. And I mean, you know, apologies to James, he's a buddy and all, but I don't like the rhino horn, but I love everything else about it. So we got to sharpen up our pencils here and see what we can do. So I think what I was thinking was something like this curves up, and then instead of going back down here, maybe one more curve, and it would start about here. Something like this. Does that look right? Like that could be a thing? I think maybe. Oh, this doesn't have any eraser. I was going to erase it. Maybe a little bit over more to where it comes right at the end of this line. Something like that. So it would look like, you know, like that. I think, or maybe a straight line. Maybe a straight line would be better. Let's see. Can I erase this freaking pencil lead off of here with something? Why do I buy a knife that I know I'm just going to change and basically mess up? Why wouldn't I just buy a knife that is exactly the way I want it? Well, because there are very few, like almost none, pocket knives that are exactly the way I want them. That's sad, but It's just true. Most pocket knives are, there's something about them that I don't like. And you know, why would they be exactly the way I want them, you know? Let's see if we went straight up here, straight down, something like that. What do we think about that? More of a straight line. Kind of this situation going on here. I think I might like that better. I think. What if it went this way? What if it went a little bulgy and came down and around and actually kind of went with that? That could work too. Man, I'm not sure. But let's get this sucker looked at, man. How's that lock up? Looks like about 33%. Exactly. Maybe 33 1/3. So exactly 1/3 locked up. Let's check out this pocket clip without this little plastic Dumaflachi in there. Oh, someone lost their contact. Damn it. How's the drop sheddiness? Oh boy. And a nice sound too. Not quite centered. Interesting. Slightly off to this direction. Is it loose? No, not loose. Well, no, I don't think so. No, she's not loose. Is it over tightened? Let's give it a little loosening. Make sure she's not over tightened. Sometimes when you over tighten it, it draws the blade in toward the lock side a little too far. Boy, that is dead centered. But it actually wasn't over tightened, I don't think. Okay, that's still got a little tiny bit of play. Whenever you check your play on your blade, don't do it with the blade all the way open. If you do, the lock bar and everything will hold it more still, and you might not be able to feel any play that you could if it was, say, mostly closed and you're moving it back and forth. Then you can feel the play better. Okay, no play here. Let's see, how are we doing? Any better centering? That's pretty good. I think it maybe was over tightened just a hair, because that looks dead on. Interesting. It wasn't over tightened much because it was still really drop shutty, and now it's even more drop shutty, I think. Pretty sweet. That thumb hole is just incredible for opening with the thumb. Easy to slow roll it, easy to reverse flick. Wow, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize it's a front flipper. I didn't even notice that. Shit, you're a dumbass. How did I miss the fact that it was a fucking front flipper? Jeez. I like that. Look at the size of that stop pin. That is a nice beefy stop pin that matches the size of the blade. Sometimes people put these little baby stop pins in, and they're just too small. Boy, it's got a lot of cutout skeletonizing inside the frame, and it feels like it too. It almost feels a tad front heavy, and we'll fix that by trimming the blade, and then it'll be perfectly balanced, because it is just a tiny bit front heavy, but that's okay though. Better than back heavy. Back heavy is super annoying. What is the weight on this guy? I want to say 4.7. 4.7. Where's my damn scale? It's underneath some shit. Hold on a second. Okay. 4.7. Come on, baby. Woo! 4.76. Yes. I have my keys on. I'm going to take this off. All right. So, dead on the weight, pretty much. And I said 4.7. That's 4.76, right? 4.73, even closer. What the hell? Can we zero this thing? 4.73. By the time I cut this little bit of blade off here, it is going to be exactly 4.7. I'll cut exactly the right amount of weight off to make it 4.7 so that I was right. So that's the thing. Kidding. Not really wouldn't do that. That'd be weird. That'd be like so OCD. That'd be beyond my normal amount of OCD. You know what? I'm not going to cut this thing today. We're just going to look at it. Let's check out this pocket clip. It feels really good. It feels like it's going to work great. Let's see. Hold on. Got to move this guy out of the way. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Now, does the frag drag a little bit as you're putting it in the pocket? Yeah, it does. But it's not bad. These aren't real sharp-edged frag like some is. It's like the little valley between each frag is kind of like shaped like this. It's not shaped like this with sharp edges. It's not. It doesn't have edges like this. It has edges like... Okay. It doesn't have edges like this on the Frag. It has edges like this. So as things hit it, they bump over pretty easy, not get stuck against it like sharp edges. Some Frag is very sharp. This one is more subtle. Boy, I like that backspacer too with the little Frag. I wonder why they didn't go ahead and do the same distance of Frag on the backspacer. The things I wonder about. The things my OCD tell me to wonder about. I love this, how this curves along. The cut curves along with the curve of the handle. The ergos are fucking divine. I've never used the word divine to describe something about a pocket knife before, but they are terrific ergos. I don't usually love this secondary small choil after a nice large choil. I almost think like, why not have the blade come down into that choil and just bring it all the way down? But this doesn't bother me. This works. And the choil was done well. Look at that. Quite a bit above the plunge grind. Nice deep choil, useful, can be sharpened right, and your hand can choke right up near it. I think it's really well done. If this is a Spyderco, they would have just continued it down, straight down to touch here, and you would just have to stop sharpening it there, and it would look kind of ugly. But they put a nice choil there, so it won't look ugly. Pretty thin behind the edge, but not super thin. It's a chunky boy. This is not a super slicey knife, but that's a pretty tall grind, so it's going to get the job done. I mean, this will be a cardboard chopper for sure. It'll open up your eBay package of knives, that's for sure. It's this guy right here, this Kansept Pelican more slicey. Not much, but a little bit. What a great knife. Kansept's doing some great stuff lately. This is an older version, or an older model, but man, Kansept killing it lately, regardless of what Greg Medford says. I'm really liking this thing a lot, man. So good. Man, I love Frag. It's so nice. And this handle shape is amazing. I don't know about this point right here. It's not quite in the right place for me. I almost feel like this should have gone, I don't know, like flatter here, then pointed up here, and then come back down or something. That point is a little too far back. It kind of crowds my thumb in. My thumb wants to be like maybe here. You know what I'm saying? So that is one very minor detraction. But if you put your thumb here, it's not going to slip anywhere. That is some serious jimping right there. That is deep and substantial and non-slip for sure. Those are like steps going up to a building. Those things are so severe. But not really in a bad way. They're not uncomfortable. They're not super pointy on the edges, but they're grippy for sure. I mean, I guess you could do this. It doesn't quite feel right to me, but you could do this though. So that's doable. Interesting. Interesting knife, man. Not sure about this little dip right here, what that's for. Just an aesthetic, I guess. 2 body screws. Looks like they're T8s, which is nice. Yep. T8 on everything, including the lock insert. That's nice when the lock insert is T8, man. That is sweet. Yeah, I'm almost thinking maybe more of this kind of a situation where it curves. It comes straight here, then curves down like that. Something like that, maybe. That's interesting. What do we think of that? That might be the way to go. Then it would only take off that little hawkbill part. All right, I'm going to think about it. We'll sleep on it, see what we say. Right now, I definitely like it, but we just have to get rid of that freaking rhino horn. That's it. That's the only thing that it needs. And it will be the perfect knife, and I won't need any other... Uh-oh. Shit. Okay, so it does have a little bit of a double clutch, but look how short that double clutch area is. So that's going to be rare that you try to open it and stop there. But if you do, well, okay, hold on. Even if you do stop there, you can just, well, okay. So it is a double clutch, but also if you do it perfectly, you can drop it past the double clutch. But I would say the double clutch is minimal because just getting here, you're past it. So there's your double clutch point. There's getting, right there is getting past it. So if you drop it down against your thumb, you're going to be past it. Is there a way to... Okay. Yeah, the only reason you might catch the double clutch is because that part right there, your thumb can get up against it, and then it'll slow it down from falling, and then you'll be double clutched. But if you have your thumb back a little bit, probably where most people are going to do it, no problems. James Lowe did a great job. Wow, nice design. Really cool. Definitely like it a lot. Got to decide what I'm going to do with the blade. But otherwise, outstanding. And this is the Interflow? No, the other one. The Tanto one was the Interflow. This one is the Sylow. James Lowe, Sylow. What if that has to do with his name, like James Lowe, Sylow? I don't know. But great job on the knife, buddy. I'll get in touch with you sometime, and we'll talk about whatever else you got going on. One more little OCD complaint that I didn't think about till I was just looking at it. I was playing with it a little bit and looking at it. I had to drop back and drop this little OCD truth bomb. I keep mentioning my OCD a little bit too much in this video, but it's a real thing, man. It causes me to modify knives, really, because they're just not quite perfect. The lines of this Frag, man, I would have liked it if they were just totally diagonal, or if they lined up with the blade or this piece or something else on the knife, because they don't seem to line up with anything. And that would have been cool if they just lined up with this blade like this. So do that next time. So here's how it turned out. I think I like it a lot. You know, I still like the original, the way the original was. Might grab another one just so I can have like the crazier version and then my kind of more subdued version. So, you know, it had jimping all the way up across here. I cut all that off and flattened it out and cut this down, made it a little more subdued, made the tip a little more pointy because I like a little, you know, a little more of a pointy tip on the blade. And that's all I did to it. Oh, and then sanded. This was sort of that blasted finish, kind of like this part. It looked all kind of like this part. And it all looked like the areas down between the Frag squares. So I sanded those all directionally and then sanded the top flat part of the blade the same direction. So the sanding all goes this way, even on the blade. It kind of ties it into me, for me. And then same thing on the pocket clip, even did some sanding on that to, because it was all that blasted finish like this. Did the same thing on the back spacer. So now it's just a little bit more me. Before it was all James Lowe and Kubey. Now it's James Lowe, Kubey, and pry bar knives. Here's some of James's other designs that he's got out. Don't hesitate to grab one of his other designs, man. I have a few. They're all great. He does a great design job, and he always goes with companies that do a good job on the manufacturing side. So check out the James Lowe Sylow. And if you want to send it to me so it can be a pry bar knives version of the Sylow, I'm happy to do it for you. And other than that, have a nice day.